Hey guys, Matt the Cans Man Can coming to you today with a review on the Phiaton MS300s. Now, I opened these up in a wonderful little unboxing video a few weeks ago, and I've gotten a chance to know them quite well in that time. So it does come with this nice little carrying case, and it is kind of a soft, but it's not completely soft. It's like a semi-hard case. It's strange, but I feel it does protect them pretty well. In fact, I've chucked these through. They've been through their rounds, trust me. Alright, so inside are headphones. Oh, carbon fiber, graphite. Yeah, they're beautiful. I really do. These are, if there was such thing as a headphone supermodel, that's it, man. Anyway, in here, these strange things, I don't know quite what they were thinking here. It does hold it in place, but I worry about these bumps here messing with the drivers. I could be crazy, I really could be, but I don't quite like that. Over here, a bag. I found out you cannot fit an iPod in here and the headphones. Just FYI. Or at least an iPod Touch, excuse me. Okay, anyway, that's this side. Cable stays nice and rolled up when you're in that, so it doesn't get all tangled. They do fold up. It's very nice, very portable, very lightweight, and easily driven off of your iPod, iPhone, whatever. So there is that as a plus for portable. I'm not even going to go into hertz range because I don't think that's pertinent to anything. Anyway, build quality, just a little bit on the shoddy side. This is all plastic through here. However, these are metal reinforced, thank goodness. I would probably not be happy if they weren't. But they are metal reinforced, so these haven't given out. They've been put through their rounds, trust me. And as long as you keep them in the supplied case, I don't think you're going to have any trouble as to quality. Flipping them over here. These are super aural, so they do sit on your ears, not over them. And because of that, the isolation is modest at best. And I did have some issues early on with comfort because the clamping pressure was just like, oh my goodness, yeah, it was bad for about a few days until you break them in. And there is always that trick where you stick them over the box overnight and leave them sit and they're good in the morning. I hope I'm not smart enough to do that, but if you're smart enough to, please by all means do that. Label both sides. I wish they were color coordinated. I know it's stupid, I know it's small, but for blind people like me that get that wrong all the time, I like having color coordinated, but it does say right, it does say left, and big enough type that you can actually read it. So overall, in terms of build quality side, in terms of trading portability for build quality, I think they did a really good job in that respect. So now, moving on from overall build quality and looks, which are phenomenal, let's get into sound quality. So I believe these are 32 ohms impedance, which easily driven, no issues there. Sound. Well, you know what? I believe I have a picture for you. Picture. Yes, I'm describing sound with pictures now because I am that cool. I believe that accurately depicts what this headphone sounds like. Take a look at that. Yeah. Yep. That is a wild, ferocious, rabid dog you were looking at. So, you're thinking, why on earth is this madman showing me a picture of a demented dog? Well, because these are aggressive. Insanely aggressive, as in gnaw on your arm aggressive. Man, I love it. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I know that's not what you were expecting, but there's something incredible. They're similar to some Grados I tried out. I tried the SR80Is, I believe, at a Head-Fi meet recently, and they're similar to that in some respect, that they're very bright, not overly bright, but bright enough, and very aggressive, very just in your face. Oh, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Bass-wise, it is a hitch shy, just a little bit. Now, that bass is very tactful, very tactful, perhaps too tactful. And I think that might be the problem with it in this sense, that it gets overshadowed a bit by your mids and your highs and your treble and all that. But overall, the bass isn't bad, and I mean, it still has this presence. This whole headphone as a whole has just this presence about it. It's something that you can't just say, oh, I'm going to be a sound engineer. It'll have presence. No, it's something only certain headphones have had, and it's something quite amazing when you really get into that. But moving on into the mid-range, it's something I really noticed when I first put these on was the mid-range. It seemed a little bit more forward than normal, than I would have expected, and originally I just hated it. I couldn't stand it. But I kind of, it grew on me, and it grew on me, and it grew on me. I'm like, you know what? Now I like this. Highs, these have some of the best highs I've encountered in a closed back headphone. Very well textured. It just has this defined sense to it, this texture, this sound. Oh, it's perfect. No, it's not. I lied. Right around the upper mid-range, lower treble area, there's some kind of a bizarro treble spike. I don't know what it is or where it came from, but when you get into some of these male vocals that kind of try to sing up a little bit and they get kind of high, something just peaks, and it's bad. It's bad. It's not quite clipping bad, but it's noticeable, and it should be mentioned there is that little upper mid-range, lower treble spike. But it doesn't kill the headphone. It doesn't make it unlistenable at all. It's still a very pleasant headphone because the beautiful part of it being kind of in this intermediate area is that spike only gets hit at certain rare times, so you really won't notice it unless you happen to catch a person that happens to hit that one little area. Other than that, upper range is beautifully textured, mid-range is a little bit more forward than some would probably like, but I love it because it makes my arms feel like they're being gnawed off by a rabid doggy. Anyway, and the bass, though a little shy, very tactful, very crisp, very well-rounded extension is good when you don't have anything else to overshadow it. And overall, the simple presence that these have, just this defining sense that it's like, you will feel this kind of sense, you can't buy that. You can't engineer that. You can't say, oh, it's going to have this or no. It just has it. It's one of those things that you can't just say it'll have. And for that reason, I really love these. Would I recommend them to everyone? No. I would recommend them to rockers because they do well with that brightness, that aggressiveness, and bass. At least for me, I put more emphasis on the mid-range and treble for rock than bass. That's just me. That's my preference. If you don't like that, then maybe not your gig, but for aggressive music, oh goodness, great headphone. Easily portable, easily transportable, fits, folds up, can be powered off just about anything, so don't even need to worry about an amp unless you really want to, and then I just saw that it improved the bass just a touch. Other than that, fantastic headphone. For the price, it's about $100. I would call that a touch pricey. If you can get it for the 50 to 60 range, which is about where I got these, go for it. Take it all day long. Anyway, thank you guys. This has been another review by the Cans Man Can, the last one in this series, I promise. Stay tuned. I may have a giveaway coming up. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.